One of the third test is going to be live right here on SABC3 with the pre-match analysis getting underway at 10 o'clock this morning. Then on to football. Bafana beat Angola by 6-5 at a penalty shootout yesterday. It was at the Four Nations tournament in Zambia. The 90 minutes ended at 1-1 as Bafana's Lebogang Motiba scored on debut to bring the match level after Jalma Campos put Angola ahead in the 31st minute. South Africa will now face off with Zambia in Sunday's final after the Zambian side beat Zimbabwe 5-4 on penalties as well. That was after a 2-2 draw. Then staying with the beautiful game, the draw for the CAF Champions League took place in Cairo last night, and it saw Mamelodi Sundowns drawn in Group C. In search of their second title, Sundowns will have to get through a tough group made up of Togo's AS Port, Guinea's Horoya, and defending champions Wydad Casablanca of Morocco. And over in the CAF Confed Cup playoff draw, Bidvest Wits will tackle Nigeria's Enyimba, while SuperSport United, they'll be taking on Gor Mahia from Kenya. Then finally back to cycling in the world's toughest mountain biking race. Investec Songo Specialized made it 4 wins on the trot in the Cape Epic Women's Race as Annika Langpad and Kate Courtney won Stage 3. Yesterday, Langpad and Courtney completed the 122-kilometer route from Robertson to Worcester in 5 hours and 4 minutes to extend their lead on the overall standings to 12 minutes now. In a men's elite race, we've got some new winners: Cannon, Topix, Alban Lakata and Christian Heineck. They won the stage in 4 hours, 17 minutes and 14 seconds. And that's where we leave our sport for now.
Well, let's take another look at the roads. Starting off in Gauteng, 4 ways. There's congestion on Beyers Naudé Drive southbound, and that's between Sir Juice and the N1 with an average speed of 15 kilometers an hour. In Benoni on the N12 eastbound, there's also been an accident. That's after Snake Road, and it's obstructing 3 lanes, so allow for some extra travel time on that route. That's where I leave your traffic. More updates coming your way just after 8.
The Expresso traffic report gets you on the right route. There's 10,000 Rand to be won daily. Want to be a winner? Spend 300 Rand or more on fuel at Caltex, keep your receipt, and enter the hashtag Fuel Your Wallet competition by SMSing Caltex Expresso and your name to 43366.
Right, it was just after 7 o'clock. Let's quickly take another look at your weather and your temperatures. And it looks like cooler conditions are expected for most parts of the country, bringing with it some rain. However, over in Cape Town and up the west coast, warmer temperatures are expected and sunny conditions. Your temperatures: Polokwane 15 a minimum with a maximum 25 degrees. Mbombela 18-21. Pretoria 13-21. Johannesburg, some thunderstorms expected, 12 minimum with a maximum 18. Mahikeng 14-20. Klerksdorp 14 with a maximum 18 degrees. Kimberley 14 minimum with a maximum 22. Bloemfontein, some thunder showers today, 12 minimum and a maximum 18. Richards Bay 19-23. Pietermaritzburg 14-17. Durban 20 minimum this morning with a maximum 22. Mthatha 14-16. East London 16 with a maximum 20. Cradock 11-23. Port Elizabeth 15-22. George 13-20. Sutherland 9 minimum with a maximum 23 degrees. Cape Town 15-26. Worcester 11-28. Springbok 15 with a maximum of 30. And Uppington 15 minimum as well, reaching a maximum of 29 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather for the 7 o'clock bulletin. One more update will be heading your way just after 8.
Well, we are taking a very quick break. We've been teasing you the whole morning about a lower body workout, and that is happening after the break with Riaan Barnard.
That's right. Let's tackle the lower body, y'all. And then, of course, we're making a delicious vanilla milk smoothie just to put in all of those, kind of nutrients that get lost with all the sweat that leaves your body. But it's going to be absolutely amazing after the break.
That's right. And you know that auditions for Presenter Search on 3 starts this coming Sunday, the 25th of March in Port Elizabeth at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. And one of our headline sponsors, McCafe, they'll be there to provide you with some coffee in the lines and some McCafe treats, so you don't have to worry about a thing when you're there.
Exactly. Doors open at 8 o'clock. You can register at the gate. Bring your friends, family. Maybe they can audition too. Who knows what could happen? And of course, you're vying for a spot on Expresso, Afternoon Express, and top billing. Best of the good life. So, guys, you don't want to miss out. This Sunday, Port Elizabeth. Let's make it happen.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful people. We've been saying it all morning because you are beautiful, and we want you to prove how beautiful you are inside and out at Presenter Search on 3. It's back again. If you think you've got the chops to do what we do every day and have a blast on TV, we really want you to give it a shot. It's all going down the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium this Sunday. 8 o'clock is when registration starts, but you've got to get there early. I remember the queues last time out there. They were going around the stadium. So back yourself, believe in yourself, prepare your 15-second link. Make sure that you are you. Be authentic, go out there and blow us away. We're going to love being a part of that judging process as well, but we can't wait to meet you, man.
Absolutely. If you're looking for more information on where the other auditions are taking place, then go ahead and check out presentersearchon3.com. That's the website. Now, natural healing. That's a term that's very common these days, but it would have been very much unconventional a few decades ago. Now, one of SA's leading companies in natural healthcare began when a family found itself drawn to the path where medicine and natural healing meet.
Over the past 30 years, SA Natural Products has transformed from a small family business based in Drummond, KwaZulu-Natal, to one of the leading distributors of natural products in South Africa. But how did it all begin?
SA Natural Products was founded 30 years ago by Irma Skutter, who was facing a health crisis after an operation and couldn't find any medical solutions until she discovered the Swiss herbal products of A. Vogel and BioStrath, and her life took a turn for the better.
What inspired the birth of SA Natural Products?
The enormous need my mom had. She was so ill, and every treatment she followed from the doctor, nothing helped her, until a day that a friend said to her, Irma, it's time for you to go and see a homeopath. And in those years, it was very frowned upon to see a homeopath, but Mom went, and she sat there with this man, and he diagnosed that Mom had a overworked, overstressed liver. And because of her liver, her body was showing her the symptoms. So he wrote a prescription out for her. Her and I went to the health shop around the corner to go and fill the prescription. And while there with Mr. Alexander, she said to him, is there anything that you can give me? I haven't slept properly for the last 3 months. And Mr. Alexander gave Mom a Vogel product called Dormisan. Mom took the remedy exactly as prescribed, 30 drops before going to bed and the 10 drops for her liver. She went to bed, and when she opened her eyes, it was morning. And she knew, now I'm on the right track to be able to heal my body. And she followed exactly what the doctor recommended. And she did that, and over a period of 6 weeks, Mom healed completely. But she saw on the label of the A. Vogel Dormisan this address in Johannesburg. So she got in a car and drove all the way to Joburg and went and knocked on the door of this company in Wynberg. Tina van Nieuwburg opens the door and he said to her, can I help you? And she says, yes, your product changed my life. We had a piece of land 4 properties away from us. And Mom and Dad decided to sell this piece of land, and they took that money and they started a health shop in Hillcrest. So something that started in our kitchen today employs more than 100 people.
After listening to this incredible story, and for 30 years this amazing company has been going, what would you say are the benefits of using natural products?
You know, health is like an orange with so many different segments. There is a place for you to see a surgeon. There's a place to see an oncologist. So what does nature have to do for you? It's there to support you in regaining your health. Remember, natural medicine doesn't treat. Natural medicine supports health. Your body does the healing. All you've got to do is give it the tools it needs to do it with. So in SA Natural Products, we believe in the integrative model. There is a place for all therapies.
And all of this is thanks to Dr. Alfred Vogel. And I believe you were lucky enough to meet the man himself.
Yes, I did. It was in 1991 in September. We had now just been the agents of the Vogel brand for Natal only for two and a half years. And we did such a big job of it and got it so well known in this province that we were invited to come and see where it came from. So we took the last few little bit of rands that we could and we went across to the Vogel company. So Vogel loved our country. When he heard South Africans were there, he said, come to my home. So we arrive at his home, walk up the stairs, knock on the door, and he opens the door. Mom and him, Dr. Vogel, started having a conversation, and she asked him a question. She said to him, Dr. Vogel, what do you regard as the greatest achievement of your life? And he looked at her and he said, that I could teach a few people that nature is good.
Today, the company distributes a number of high-quality international brands, including the A. Vogel range and BioStrath, both from Switzerland, Threshold Real MSM from the USA, and Australia's Thursday Plantation tea tree oil.
Esty, could you take me through some of the products that you offer and some of their benefits?
In my home, BioStrath is what I start my day with. Multiforce is what I go to bed with. BioStrath gives me all the energy my body needs, feeds my body with the nutrients it needs. It is your daily nutritional supplement for every single person, from a pregnant woman right through to people in their golden years. And then Multiforce from Dr. Vogel is just the product that the whole world needs to know about. You know, our stressful lifestyles and what we're eating and drinking and not eating and drinking causes the body to become so acidic. You take Multiforce, you support the body to correct its own pH balance values. Echinoforce, another product from Vogel that I take every single day because it works on my immune system. So I'm so grateful for these products and what they do.
I'm sure over the years you have heard some incredible stories from customers that have bought your products.
And the latest one that I heard last week, Gran, she has such a toxic liver. Her liver count was her liver percentage that was functioning was 26%. And the doctor said he's never seen such a toxic liver in his life. This Gran went and started taking Vogel's Boulder Sonara liver drops. She took it for 2 months. She went to a cardiologist for a follow-up. The cardiologist said, let's just do a test to see what's going on with the liver as well. Did the liver test. Her liver function increased from 26% to 59% in a matter of 2 months with Boulder Sonara. There are so many people that have never heard of it. So our job is not done until every heart knows and every ear has heard that these products exist.
We all deserve good health, and nature can assist us on a journey of well-being. Thanks to SA Natural Products, it's easy to access and enjoy the benefits of living naturally. SA Natural Products is proud to bring South Africans some of the world's most trusted natural healthcare brands.
Well, it's time for fitness on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Riaan Barnard with us in studio, and it's all about the lower body. So it's the legs, the glutes, and the
calves, hammies, all of them. Good morning, South Africa's yet again a beautiful, eh? A lot of things happening here at Expresso, but yeah, I've got some great routines to show you with a toilet paper. So
okay, let's do it. I see the rolls are in front of us. So what's
the first thing we're going to do is the side lunge, toilet paper transfer.
Okay.
So you step away, you're going to make sure your left foot ends up at the toilet paper to be able to grab it.
Cool, so I'm going to do opposite to you so I can reach the toilet.
We go for the toilet paper, pick it up, and then at the right hand side you put it down. And then again on the left hand side, make sure also you warmed up nicely before you start training, and then on the left hand side.
There we go.
And the right hand side. Now you determine your intensity. Now we're going to take the toilet paper and we're going to do the squat jump twist.
Okay.
So you slowly go down and you squat jump, twist. Put it down.
Okay.
Squat jump, twist. Squat jump, twist.
Here we go. Oops, don't lose your balance.
In one direction. Yes, make sure that the balance, the focus,
activated.
all of them stretch and flex, and then you can turn around to the right hand side. Next, you take 2 toilet papers, 2 rolls.
2 rolls.
Put them down. We're going to do the outside, inside, one-legged jump squat. So make sure both legs go down outside the toilet papers. You squat, one leg in the middle, squat, right leg in the middle, squat jump, left leg, right leg, squat jump, and make sure you're warmed up nice and enough. Until you're tired, you can go on like this. Then another one. So this is going to be more for the calves on your toes.
Okay.
So you put your toilet papers down on the left hand side. This is a sprint squat, side sprint squat. So it's squat, jump, up, sprint, squat, jump, up. Sprint to your left hand side, squat, jump, up. Right hand side, squat, jump. And then you go on. Yo, how are you feeling there, Zoe?
Burning.
You think this will work? Glutes, hammies, bums, and the calves.
And the glutes. That's the important part.
Yo, thank you.
Riaan, thank you so much for joining us. Give me a high five. That was a fun workout, and who knew you could have so much fun on toilet paper?
Toilet paper, yeah. 2 pliers, a bit heavier.
Riaan on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
So try this out today, and then tomorrow go for the 2-ply.
And then the next day,
wow,
3-ply.
3-ply. Oh my goodness, whole new view on toilet paper. That's amazing. Riaan Barnard, you legend, dude.
That was fun. That was fun. It was different.
But because it's because you're using elements that you use every single day, and so you can construct a workout. I mean, that's brilliant. You don't need big fancy equipment. You need a toilet roll. That's very
Something
much
as simple as a toilet roll.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much, Zoe. What a legend.
Cool.
Let's quickly make a beautiful vanilla smoothie. All right, it's a milk smoothie. It's going to be brilliant just for recovery afterwards, especially. Got some whey protein powder in there. Helps promote lean muscle growth as well. Potassium from the bananas.
Good source of potassium.
Yeah, and
yes.
some vanilla, man. You can either
Okay,
use
I
vanilla
love this.
extract or you can use the actual vanilla pod seeds.
Okay, well, I love the sound of all of those ingredients.
So let's do it. So the bananas here, we've just chilled them out nicely, frozen a little bit as well.
There we
Get
go.
rid of this guy over here. There we go. And some vanilla protein powder that you get in there as well. So before I do anything, some Clover fresh full cream milk. So this is just a nice little smoothie to kickstart it. That should be
Oh,
fine.
that looks good.
Let's get it a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. And then here we have some vanilla extract.
Oh,
You can go with the essence if you want as well. But there's always, when it comes to vanilla smoothie, you gotta have the vanilla.
That's right. Well, our keyword
Obviously.
for you this morning is drink. SMS that to 33728. We'll have the link to the recipe and ingredients sent directly to your phone. That's drink to 33728.
That's it. Let's blast this guy up. Oh, you can smell the vanilla already. Oh, so good. 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
That should do it. That should do it. Beautiful stuff. Just what you need after a toilet roll workout.
Any workout. Oh, I love that.
There we go. Give that one a try, Zoe.
Looks nice and
Let me know
creamy
what you
as
think.
well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's the banana in there that also makes it creamy.
Oh, this is a winner. That
Yes,
keyword
please.
is drink to 33728.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA, made with love by Clover. Oh, well, still to... Oh, I know you're in awe. But still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're talking about Pacific Rim Uprising, and JP reviews the film. I can't wait to see what he gives it in terms of them popcorns.
That's so awesome that you got to meet the stars as well. Really, really cool. Then Dr. Dan, our resident astronomer, is back. We've picked up a new, what he's calling trend in the cosmic, the great beyond, and some interesting new revelations there. Is it all like clockwork? We will find out.
Exactly. We'll also find out who is going to be joining us on Expresso as a new presenter on Top Billing and as well Afternoon Express. It could be you because, of course, the very first presenter search auditions for 2018 is kicking off on the 25th of March at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. The gates are opening at 8 o'clock. And, of course, our headline sponsor, McCafe, is handing out coffee, and it's delicious.
And
I'm
you'll
actually
need
just
it.
here for the coffee.
Yeah, no, you'll need it because you're going to be there from like 3:30 in the morning to be first in line. You want to make a good impression. Get
Come on.
there early and bring your A game. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A very good morning. Welcome back to the show. It's a Thursday morning. Happy Thursday, and thanks for choosing to start the day off with us. And if you haven't made any weekend plans yet, but you do dream of a career on television, then you need to make your way to Port Elizabeth to the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium on the 25th of March. That's this coming Sunday. Gates open at 8 a.m. And that is, of course, because Presenter Search on 3 is well underway and ready to make your dream come true. You arrive there, register at the gate. No need to register online. And who knows, you could be the next presenter on Expresso, on R3 Express, and on Top Billing. So this is your shot. Do not miss out. For more information on details of venues and other auditions in other cities, visit presentersearchon3.com. All right, now the universe as we know it is vast, and in our quest to try and understand it, scientists are constantly discovering new truths that contradict what we thought we knew before. And now researchers have discovered something quite interesting about how galaxies rotate. Yes, it's not just the planets that rotate or orbit around the sun, but we are part of a much bigger cosmic rotation. And joining us this morning is Outreach astronomer Daniel Cunnama. Thanks so much for joining us, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here. So let's talk about this newfound research or information that the Earth now not only rotates around the sun, but our galaxy now rotates around something bigger. And there's something else that's bigger that we're rotating around, because something bigger is also rotating around us. It blows my mind a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, we've always known that the Earth goes around the sun, and we know that the sun is part of our Milky Way galaxy, which is a big disk galaxy, and we know that that rotates, right? So it takes our Earth and whole solar system and all the stars around us about 230 million years to sort of complete a whole orbit around the center of a galaxy.
Yes.
So this is something we've always known. What we've now discovered, or what this paper is pointing to, is that galaxies seem to be rotating at roughly the same rate, no matter how big or small they are.
And so with this newfound information, what does it mean for our understanding of how the universe works, and how do scientists then use this information to, I guess, advance the human race in our understanding?
So this particular case, if we had a very simple collapse of gas and stars to form a galaxy that wasn't interacting with any other galaxies, this is what we'd expect. So a very simple big cloud collapsing and rotating uniformly. But we know that galaxies interact. So they merge with each other and they interact with the other galaxies around them. And this should mess this kind of trend up, but it doesn't seem to have.
Yeah.
So that's what's interesting here, and that's what we need to basically look further into.
I was talking to you earlier on during the break whether this then affects, I mean, depending on where we are on this orbit of the universe or the galaxy as we know it, things like the weather patterns on Earth, or do we not feel the effects of where we are on Earth?
So I mean, so the scale of the galaxy is so huge. I mean, our sun is a very close star to us, and that certainly gives us all our heat and affects our weather.
Yes.
It defines our weather. The next nearest star is a tiny little blip in the night sky. We don't feel any real heat from it, and so in terms of larger effects from the galaxy, that certainly doesn't affect our Earth.
Yeah, so nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. But certainly very exciting news for the future.
Yeah, I mean, and it's another one of these discoveries which helps us sort of understand how galaxies are forming and evolving, and better test our theories.
Excellent stuff. Well, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Always appreciate your time and expertise. If you'd like to share your thoughts with us, do so online on our Facebook page and on Expresso. And of course, always use #Expresso Show.
So as promised, we're going to review the second installment in the Pacific Rim franchise. It is Pacific Rim Uprising. Before we chew through this masterpiece, let's give you a little taste.
Follow my lead!
And just at that moment, he drags like 1 million cars.
Yes.
Smashes his opponent.
And I meant for you to see that. I don't know why that didn't pan out.
No, you've got to leave something to the imagination, dude.
Thank you for
something, man.
smoothing that over.
Pacific Rim Uprising, John Boyega, Scott Eastwood, Katie Spaney. They are young, but they are awesome, and they are giant robots. The Jaegers are back, this time with a much bigger threat to the Earth.
None of that matters. You just said giant robots. So
giant robots, giant aliens, boom.
Yeah, sold, right? Like, what do you want to know?
Is this a throwback to that kind of age-old Japanese formula of giant monsters, giant robots, Godzilla vibe?
They used to call it kaiju in the old movies as well. Yeah, what's interesting about Pacific Rim is, and even the first one, it's not parody, it's not ripping off an old style, it's not entirely a tribute either. But like we were talking about earlier, it's sort of aware of itself.
Yeah, it has to be.
So it's on the margin of cheesy, but not totally like over the top stupid kind of thing.
But it's an action, it's an all-out action film, and you need a requisite amount of cheese for something like that. What is the coolest thing about this film? I'm seeing some awesome action shots. Where does this really work for you?
Well, yeah, one of the things that works really nicely for me is I thought about the first movie that I spoke about on Expresso. That was 4 years ago when I was a young man. Yeah, anyway, so Godzilla was a letdown for me because it felt so spectatorial. You got these giant beasts, and you feel like at a distance. You feel like you're watching
in the story,
5-day cricket from a distance kind of thing. But this, the fight scenes, if they're up close and like intimate and personal, if you have like a sword coming at a dude's face and then another sword here, like it's I love to feel like I'm in danger as well, like not just It's not important necessarily to show your monster in its entirety on the screen.
Yeah.
Don't be desperate for wide shots. Get over the shoulder,
What's the
uptight.
monster doing? What does it mean for the person being eaten?
No one cares about meaning. It's just like, do you see that thing like throw 1 million cars at another thing's face? Which is an awesome move, by the way. It feels like throwing a trash can at a colleague, which I'm probably going to do one of these
days. Looks like a lot of people bite us in this movie, man. So what are the young stars like in this?
John Boyega is like, he's a treat. Dude's a delight. You can clearly see like brings a lot of his own personality to it. So the way he rips off himself, the way he, his characters. By the way, the son of Idris Elba's character in the original,
cool.
who obviously did his like Independence Day style speech. He has to step up to the plate for that, but he's a bit of a renegade. It's 10 years after the kaiju have been defeated in the first one, and we think that the world is possibly at peace now, but there's possibly a looming threat. So he's got to pick up the mantle. He's got to go forward like his father, get out of the rough life of trying to sell spare parts of old robots and whatnot.
And he does it. So the big question, my friend, how many popcorns does Pacific Rim Uprising get?
Arguably, sorry, that's the proper word, better than the first Pacific Rim. But still, you know what you're in for, and it knows what it is. It's giant robots fighting. It's 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Which is more than most critics are giving it, actually.
All I heard was 6 out of 10, but it does look awesome. It does seem to be a spectacle. Go and judge for yourself.
Why couldn't Idris Elba be like Stefano de Mera and just make a comeback in this movie?
Make a comeback, just for you.
Just for me, at least. Now, we all know that South Africa is the home to the largest population of Indians outside of India. That means that our two countries have a really good history. And, of course, the Indian culture plays home to one of the many colors that we have in our beautiful rainbow nation.
That's right. And there's a very special event that is inviting all South Africans to step into India, and this time without having to get on a plane.
Wow.
Monte Casino is bursting with colour, entertainment and good food with the Festival India. This extravaganza of Indian lifestyle is more than just a showcase, it's also building close cultural bonds.
We have been participating in fairs for 15 years in South Africa, but this is the first time at Monte Casino. They're a class venue, we're a class event, so what better synergy than to have two class things put together to create an event of this nature at Monte Casino. Over the last 15 years, we have ran these events and we get traders from overseas to come and trade in South Africa. Now what we have done, we have registered 54 local companies, which means the businesses that we bring to South Africa are all registered here, complying with South African laws in terms of SARS, in terms of customs, in terms of VAT registration and local employment. And the infrastructure that goes in shows the type of synergy that exists between India and South Africa, because all the infrastructure belongs to South Africa, which we pay for, and all the tradesmen come from India. So a benefit to India by selling their products in South Africa, a benefit to South Africa by us using all the necessary infrastructure that comes from the South African community and local labor.
Festival of India is very important to South Africa and to India because of such a close cultural resonance between the two communities. If I have to draw a parallel to India and South Africa, the communities across both the places, they love colors, music, dance, and when there is such a deep resonance, shopping has to be part of it. So at Festival of India, one gets a complete 360-degree exposure of what Indian fashion means, what Indian designers are bringing, what Indian food is, and what kind of dance and music Indians do. And of course, through SABC 3, people do have got exposure of dance and Bollywood, but then rest of it is a recipe that has been brought together here.
For the fashion conscious, this festival offers a huge array of clothing and beautiful Indian jewelry, but an interesting addition to these fashionable delights are fine fragrances crafted in India.
Johannesburg is a very cosmopolitan environment, and when Indian government has planned to do an exhibition over here, we've thought like this is the best opportunity to exhibit and to show the people of Johannesburg that what kind of perfumes, what kind of fragrance does India produce.
These kind of festivals bring two cultures together. So we are from India, we have got our Indian culture over here, and you guys are coming in and checking how we are, what we do, what we wear there, what all we eat there and all those stuff. So altogether there's a mixture of two cultures altogether.
The festival means a lot to me because I thought it was a good opportunity for us to showcase our products to people who buy in bulk, wholesalers and importers, chain stores. We are basically into men's and kids garments. So we manufacture from infants to a grown-up adult, formal shirts, casual shirts, golfers, round neck t-shirts. I mean, you name the product, we manufacture.
We're selling all our handmade Indian sandals here that you can wear for casual and party wear. We brought our nice quality sandals here to promote India to South Africa because there is a lot of Indians and African people. They love to have Indian shoes, like they like to wear these.
I've seen a lot of saris designs, and I'm glad that I'll be able to know how to put on a sari, and for me that's an experience, and to try the art they do on the hands.
Fabrics here are just amazing, and the food and henna, and yeah, it's just really, really, really cool.
I think such festivals are very important in my culture because we are not exposed so much to it. And bringing something like this to Johannesburg is perfect. I mean, we need more of this, basically.
My highlight has been having the hennas drawn on my palm.
Highlight of my day, I'm into jewelry and bracelets, and I found quite a interesting and pretty variety here, and it's also quite reasonably priced, so I was quite happy about that.
Experiencing the festival is more than a shopping experience. It's a way to learn about the intricacies of Indian culture and embrace global diversity right here in our Rainbow Nation.
I would encourage people to come and see this, to get a bit of experience with the Indian culture, to come and enjoy just something different and something out of the ordinary of the normal day. So it's just nice to get out of the house.
The Festival of India is running at Monte Casino until the 25th of March. So bring your family and friends and enjoy crafts, cuisine and cultural entertainment Bollywood style.
Definitely adding to the beautiful colors of our Rainbow Nation. We're about to take a quick break, and it's all about hair care and how you can get smooth and silky hair.
Just like Zoe's.
You know what? You'll see our guest today got gorgeous hair, so it's for all hair types.
And then also South African rock royalty Prime Circle recently had a concert called Head in the Clouds, and we go behind the scenes. They are just phenomenal. But also, don't forget, we are calling on you, Port Elizabeth, the Nelson Mandela Bay, the Friendly City, the Windy City, to get down to the Presenter Search auditions that's happening on the 25th at Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. We need to see you there. We really do.
We want to see you there. So gates open at 8 a.m. It will last until 5 p.m. And of course, you don't have to register online. You register at the stadium. But for more information, you can go to presentersearchon3.com.
Oh, you can make my day.
Get a taste of the smooth island life and win big with Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives. Buy a Tropica, follow the entry details on the pack, and you could win daily airtime prizes, Daniel Klein watches, American Tourista luggage for your next adventure, vouchers from loot.co.za to shop the hot daily deals online, and the grand prize of a Kia Picanto. For competition T's and C's, visit tropica.co.za. And don't forget to watch Tropica Island of Treasure Maldives every Monday at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful peeps. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you wondered why we are buzzing at the moment, it's because Presenter Search on 3 is back. We've seen what it's done to so many awesome people within the industry, and this is your opportunity to go out there and grab it. But it's going to be tough. So we're going to make, and I think a lot of us have posted kind of hints and tips on our social media platforms. Ask questions. Make sure you're asking questions of directors, of cameramen. Get yourself as prepped as you possibly can. You've got 15 seconds to go out there and show people who you are.
But
So
also,
do
like,
it, man.
enjoy yourself while you're there.
Yeah,
you know, you've got
man.
the crew from McAfee there. They'll be, of course, dishing out some delicious coffee there. Pabi Molale is going to be there. She's the host. So make sure you snap a couple of selfies with her, post on social media. It's going to be just, I think, a fun event where you can actually even see what is going on in the industry.
Exactly.
Who are the kind of people that you are, I guess, competing against, if you will. But at the end of the day, be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be going on until 5 p.m. Register at the gate and just give us your best. Enjoy every moment. I know it's a competition, but it's important that you enjoy every moment of it.
Yeah, I think you'll be amazed how many of those people you'll meet again in the industry.
Exactly,
You become
yeah,
part of
yeah.
a brotherhood, a sisterhood. It's awesome, man.
All right, well, right now, let's quickly reflect on some international entertainment news. And judging by the look on your face, oh, whoa! You just changed it up on me right now.
You know what? I'm going to leave it up to you to decide, because
All right.
today is the first birthday of Cheryl Cole and Liam Payne's son, Bear. But things aren't as rosy as they may seem. Liam has admitted that the couple are going through a rough patch at the moment. The former member of One Direction opened up about his relationship with the British pop star so that he could shut down rumors that they'd split up and were just pretending for the cameras. He said the reality is the relationship hasn't been without struggles, but they are working through it together. Cheryl is 10 years older than Liam, and they've both stated that the age difference, it ain't no thing.
Yeah.
They're determined to make the relationship work for themselves and not for other people's expectations. I love that. Don't do it for the spectators. And of course, to quote Cheryl's hit song, they're going to fight for this love.
Yeah, man.
That's a beautiful story.
They say a baby will either make or break you, so it does throw you into a completely different universe.
100%.
But as long as it's about him and not about the media, they'll be all right.
Exactly. Well, somebody that's also going to be all right, because it's time for us to
We're going
say
to be right.
We're gonna
goodbye.
be
We're going to be all right.
We're going to have to say goodbye to Henry Cavill's moustache that he grew for his role in Mission Impossible 6. It cost Warner Brothers $25 million to digitally erase the moustache in certain scenes of Justice League. Oh, it was horrible.
How much?
$25 million.
How much?
Where was
To
the
digitally take it away.
Where was the 5 rand menorah blade just from the shop? Just to 25
I mean, how long
Oh, my
does
word.
facial hair grow? Kryptonian facial hair takes 9 lunar cycles of the Earth to grow. That's why they had to.
Guys, they called it the King Stash. They actually called it a King Stash. And the star said goodbye to the King Stash in a very hilarious video, which featured some dramatic close-ups, some killer music, and of course, Henry in a robe as well. I'm telling you, I'm not sad to see the King Stash go. I did not like it at all. And I don't know why they could have just not put a fake one on for Mission Impossible, because you could see something weird was wrong with his face in Justice League. Hey?
Jeez, this photo though, like what on earth?
Boom.
Prachtig, nee?
Boom.
Prachtig.
Well, listen, it's time for us to talk all about hair care, and if shiny, silky and smooth hair is what you are after, then look no further and don't let frizzy hair dictate your style direction. Take control by using professional hair care products that are designed to battle those tangles and tame your flyaways. Now, we have social media star Melody Molale in studio with us and this morning as we talk all things smooth hair with TRESemmé. Melody, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Well, you know what? I'm good, thank you. We do always a little bit of social media stalking, and I just love your pictures. Your hair always looks incredible. How do you manage to, you know, make your hair always look so perfect?
Thank you for that compliment. Well, number one, I wear wigs. I wasn't born with this amazing hair. So with that, I have versatility. However, it comes with the challenge of finding products that are good for my wigs. As you know, wigs are not rooted to our scalps, which means that you literally, there's no natural oils that will come from your scalp. So you need to find the right products to work with your wigs, and that's why I use the TRESemmé Keratin Smooth range.
Okay, well, you know what, I love that because, you know, a lot of ladies wear wigs, a lot of ladies wear extensions, and everyone wants smooth hair, and smooth doesn't necessarily mean straight. So how do you manage to make sure that your hair always looks smooth?
Look, smooth doesn't mean straight, you're quite right. Smooth just means that your hair is not tangly. It means that your hair is feeling soft and silky. So I shampoo my hair with the TRESemmé Keratin Smooth range, and then I condition my hair after that with the conditioner, and then I will sometimes use the treatment mask depending on how my hair is feeling, and then I will add the shine oil at the end.
I have to say, I've heard, the TRESemmé Keratin Smooth range is unbelievable. And when it comes to different styles for you to showcase your smooth hair, do you have some preferences?
Yes, I love the straight, slick hair. I love also the slick ponytail, as well as just wearing my natural curl. I think this range works amazingly with those styles.
I love that it really, it's catering for all the different hairstyles and different hair types.
For all hair types. As I was saying to you, that my wigs come in different hairstyles, hair types. I have curly, I have wavy, I have straight, I have short, I have long. So the TRESemmé Keratin Smooth caters for all the types, which is why I save money, because I don't have to buy all different products.
It's simplistic, and you know what? The beauty routine gets simplified.
Simpler.
So, Melody, you've brought some models along. We're gonna style some hair. So let's bring in our lovely ladies. We have Liesl and Tony with us. So, what is the first style you're gonna be working on? So you girls can come in.
Okay, so the first style that I'll be working on Liesl's hair. She's got amazing natural curly hair. We've already prepped her hair with the shampoo. We prepped her hair with the shampoo and the conditioner.
Okay.
So her hair is ready to be styled. Look at how amazing her natural curl is.
I love that.
Right?
Yes.
And I mean, what the shampoo and the conditioner has done is it has given her hair movement, and it has made it so soft and silky. You see, we haven't put any oil on it yet, but it already has the shine. But what I want to do for her hair is give it a bit of a brush, just to make sure that there's like beautiful movement. So I'll brush her hair just a bit. And
just a gentle brush, because I know it's curls, you don't want to ruin the curls.
You don't want to lose all the curls, and also just to make sure that the hair is all in the same direction. And what I'm going to do for her hair is I'm going to use the Keratin Shine Oil, the Keratin Smooth Shine Oil. A little goes a long way, so you don't want to do too much.
Okay, so how much are you putting on? Just like a little...
Just maybe 2 or 3 drops, 2 and maybe 3 for good luck.
Okay. Rather, add a little and add more as you need it.
As you go, because if you add too much, what's going to happen is your hair is going to look too oily.
Okay.
And that's not what you want. So you want to rub the product onto your hands like this and make sure you go in between your fingers, because then what you will do is you will just hold from the top and go down. Top, down, in the front. As you do this, the product goes into the hair, giving it extra smoothness and shine.
I love that.
Look at that.
So simplistic.
Right? And then it just gives it beautiful movement, and she can go the whole day. What this product will also do is it tames away all the flyaways. As you can see, it removes all the frizz because you don't want that. It detangles, gives it a beautiful soft feel, and shine, of course.
I like that. You know what? I struggle with the flyaways. Now, you're going to work on Tony's hair next.
Yes.
What are some of the benefits of using the TRESemmé Keratin Smooth range?
Okay, so as you know how as you go during the day, your hair can sometimes get detangled, and
I fidget a lot with my hair.
And that tangles your hair. So what the product does is it detangles your hair, gives it a nice, beautiful shine, leaves it beautifully soft. It tames all the flyaways and antifreeze.
I love that. So what are you going to do with Tony's hair?
So with Tony's hair, I mean, she's got amazing straight hair. We're going to do a straight style with her hair. We've also prepped her hair with the TRESemmé Keratin Smooth range. As you can see, her hair is beautifully shiny and straight. So what I want to do with her is just give her a quick and easy style that you guys, like the audience, can also do at home. So I'm also going to use the Keratin Smooth Shine Oil as well. I'm going to apply just a bit also, not too much as I mentioned before. I'm going to follow the same sequence as I did on Liesel's hair and just make sure that all the flyaways are taken away. Give her a nice, beautiful shine. Your hair is beautiful, Tony. And so is yours, Liesel. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush her hair with a comb and tuck it behind her ears.
Okay.
That's what you want to do. Tuck it in. Pull it all the way back, a slick back. And then I'm gonna get bobby pins. And then I'm gonna apply bobby pins just next to her ear.
And you'll keep it in there, because I've seen that's the style these days.
It's the style. A lot of international celebrities have done it. Rihanna has done it. I've seen it on local celebrities as well. It's also been on New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
So,
Amazing.
So,
well, Melody, thank you so much for joining us this morning and showing us how quick and easy you can really take care of your hair. And I think it's safe to say goodbye are the days when smooth meant limp, poker, straight hair. The revamped TRESemmé Keratin Smooth collection, now with a color-treated system, is specifically designed to fight frizz, detangle knots, and of course boost shine and leave you with silky smooth hair. So make sure to visit TRESemmé's website for info on the full range of TRESemmé products, and as you can see on the lovely models that we have here today, how quick and easy it was to style their hair.
Thank you so much, ladies. Graham, your hair looks amazing, man.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah, silky smooth.
Too, love.
Yeah,
You too.
Yes, I like it. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break. It's a beautiful Thursday morning. When we come back, don't miss your chance to win a 222 to Egypt. We'll give you all those details.
Coolest competition there. And of course, we have been blown away by some amazing performances building up to the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. We've got another one coming your way, courtesy of Nathan. We'll see you for that after the break.
1, 2, 2, 2. Better. Yeah, yeah. Gonna make it funky. A sound check. Okay, one more thing. At the festival, if there's a sound check, we don't play a song, we'll play a groove. The whole time. Don't just say, sound, this is the sound check. Corey Henry.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. If you want to be live with Expresso every weekday morning from this side of the camera, then Presenter Search on 3 is your opportunity. There is a place open on Top Billing, Expresso and Afternoon Express, but you've got to get down to the first auditions happening in Port Elizabeth. They're going to be happening in Cape Town, Johannesburg and Durbs as well, but it kicks off on the 25th of March this Sunday at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Lots of people asking for information about it. You can go to Presenter Search on 3, the numeral 3.com. We've got all of those details, and you can see Zoe's beaming with pride because that's how you made it, man.
It's a lot of excitement, so do go down to those auditions. If you're doubting it, go down.
Give it a try, man.
In trying.
Back yourself.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Yeah, man, happy birthday. That's what we're doing right now. It's birthdays all over the world and a couple of influential people celebrating their birthdays today.
That's
yes?
right. Reese Witherspoon is celebrating her birthday today, so happy birthday to her.
Absolutely, and then also celebrating his birthday, popular YouTube star Tyler Oakley, who was born in 1989.
And one of our very own Expresso fairy, we call her the kitchen fairy, Nicole, is celebrating her 24th birthday. She's on screen right now. Happy birthday, Nicole.
Oh, we love you,
She
Nicole.
didn't expect it.
Happy birthday, guys. And of course, if you would like us to mention you on your birthday, you can get in touch with us at Expresso Show on Twitter or on Facebook, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
In the national news this morning, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa, as one of more than 40 African heads of state who yesterday signed an agreement in the Rwandan capital of Kigali for the establishment of a free trade agreement that will create the world's largest market. Now, with the exception of Nigeria, who officially withdrew from the proceedings yesterday, the African Continental Free Trade Area brings together all the other member countries of the African Union, 54 in total, to trade tariff-free. The signing has been described as historic and a new dawn for Africa. Deputy President David Mabuza yesterday bemoaned the numerous evils haunting South Africa, particularly the abuse of women and children, in his keynote address at the country's Human Rights Day commemorations in Sharpeville, Gauteng. He said returning to the founding ethos and a renewal of South Africa requires that those entrusted with power begin to diligently serve the communities and embrace the values of ethical leadership. Mabuza said Human Rights Day reminds South Africans that irrespective of race, gender, status or creed, they are all part of the human family. Now moving further abroad, India's Information Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has warned against any abuse of social media during elections. This follows reports that a British consultancy improperly accessed information on millions of Facebook users to target US voters. India is due to hold a national election next year, and there are several states electing new embassies this year. He said that the Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg could be summoned to India if Facebook was found to have compromised the data of Indians. And then finally, Boko Haram jihadists have released 76 of the 110 schoolgirls who were abducted from the northeastern town of Dapchi in Nigeria in February, the government said in a statement yesterday. Information Minister Lai Mohammed said the 76 are those who have been documented and added that the release of the abducted students was ongoing. The girls were returned to Dapchi by Boko Haram early yesterday morning, following negotiations between the Nigerian government and the militant group. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Let's get a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Graham has the details.
Cricket first this morning, and thankfully with Kagiso Rabada cleared to play in both of the remaining tests, the Proteas and Australia are back in action today as that third test gets underway at Newlands in Cape Town. The four-match series currently tied at 1 apiece, with Australia winning the first by 118 runs in Durbs before South Africa bounced back thanks to a 6-wicket victory in Port Elizabeth. All of the action from day one of the third test will be live right here on SABC3, with a pre-match analysis getting underway at 10 o'clock this morning. And on to local football news. Bafana beat Angola by 6-5 in a penalty shootout yesterday at the Four Nations tournament in Zambia. The 90 minutes ended at 1-1 as Bafana's Lebogang Motiba scored on debut to bring the match level after Jalma Campos put Angola ahead in the 31st minute. So South Africa will now face off with Zambia in Sunday's final. That was after the Zambian side beat Zimbabwe 5-4 on penalties after their match ended 2-2. Then staying with football, the draw for the CAF Champions League took place in Cairo last night, and it sees Mamelodi Sundowns drawn in Group C. In search of their second title, Sundowns will first have to survive a group made up of Togo's AS Port, Guinea's Horoya, and defending champions Wydad Casablanca of Morocco. Then over in the CAF Confed Cup playoff draw, Bidvest Wits will tackle Nigeria's Enyimba, while SuperSport United take on Gor Mahia from Kenya. Then finally returning to the world's toughest mountain biking challenge, Investec Songo Specialized made it 4 wins on the trot after taking that first race, the time trial and the 3 stages. In the Cape Epic Women's race, as Annika Langvat and Kate Courtney won stage 3 yesterday. Langvat and Courtney completed the 122-kilometer route from Robertson to Worcester in 5 hours and 4 minutes to extend their lead on the overall standings to 12 minutes now. In the men's elite race, Kenyan top peaks Alban Lakata and Christian Heineck won the stage in 4 hours, 17 minutes and 14 seconds. Good luck to all of the riders taking on the next stage as well. We'll keep you updated throughout the week. That's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
Thank you, Graham. It's just after 8 o'clock. Let's quickly take a last look at your weather and your temperatures. And it looks like mostly cool conditions can be experienced for most parts of the country, bringing with it some rain as well. However, over in Cape Town and up the west coast, you can expect warmer temperatures with sunny conditions for your Thursday. Your temperatures for last time: Polokwane 15 minimum with a maximum 25, and thunder showers expected. Some thunder showers as well for Mbombela, 18 minimum, 21 is your maximum. Pretoria 13, 21. Johannesburg starting off on 12 minimum, reaching a cool maximum of 18, and thunder showers expected. Mahikeng also some thunder showers, 14, maximum 20. Klerksdorp 14, 18. Kimberley can expect 14 minimum this morning, reaching a high of 22 degrees and a chance of some thunder showers. Bloemfontein can also expect some thunder showers today, 12 minimum with a maximum 18. Richards Bay 19, 23. Pietermaritzburg on 14 minimum with a maximum 17. Durban 20 with a maximum 22. Mthatha 14, 16. East London 16, 20. Cradock starting off on 11 minimum, reaching a high of 23 degrees. Port Elizabeth 15, maximum 22. George 13, 20. Sutherland 9 minimum, warming up to 23 degrees. Cape Town 15 and a warmer 26. Worcester 11, 28. Springbok 15 and a warm 30. And Uppington starting off on 15 and reaching a maximum of 29 degrees later on. And as always, please remember to use water very, very sparingly, especially in Cape Town. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for your Thursday morning.
Well, it's getting hot in the studio, and I'll tell you why. We have the opportunity for you to win one of a set of 5 double tickets, in fact, weekend passes to the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. All you got to do is hop onto our Facebook page and let us know which one of the acts that are performing at the event is your favorite and why. T's and C's can be found on our expressoshow.com website, and the competition closes at 9 a.m. this morning. But as we ramp up the excitement and the anticipation of one of the biggest music events in the entire country, we welcome Nathan back into our studio, and here he is performing a song called Complicated Girl.
1, 2, 3. This song is dedicated to all the girls. All right, band, here we go. My complicated girls, when nothing ever works, can't seem to find the time in the world. Said I tried everything, but you won't agree, no, 'cause you can't pretend not to be a complicated girl. Band, make it funky. Who doesn't have time for me? You're not the only one. You don't know what you do to me. I don't know how to behave when you're around, and that really gets me down, girl. Said I tried everything. I'm laughing but you won't even look, 'cause you can't pretend not to be a complicated girl who doesn't have time for me. You're not the only one. Girl, you know who you are. Always thinking that you're a star. But baby, guess what? You're not the only one. Just me and the keys over here. My complicated girl, when nothing ever works, no, 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 can't seem to find the time in this world, yeah. Said I tried everything, but she won't agree, no, 'cause she can't pretend not to be a complicated girl. Doesn't have time for me. You're not the only one. Girl, oh, complicated girl, all over the world. Said I've been thinking, baby, chances I might be a complicated boy. This is my word now, baby. Girl, you know who you are. Always thinking that you're a star. But baby, guess what? You're not the only one. You're not the only one, no. Yeah, you're not the only one. Yeah, you're not the only one. Hit me one time, keep the groove going. Oh yeah, baby, you're not the only one. No, I said you're not the only one. You're my complicated. Band, take me home. My complicated girl. Woo.
Yeah. It's real right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show with So Smooth with Nathan, man. Listen, you want to be at the Cape Town International Jazz Festival to check him out, and of course all the other artists that'll be performing. In fact, we are giving away 5 double weekend passes to all of you true jazz lovers out there. All you got to do is hop onto our Facebook page and let us know which one of the acts performing at the event is your favorite and why. You can find the T's and C's, as I said, on expressoshow.com, and of course this competition closes at 9 a.m. this morning. So what are you bringing to the stage? What can fans new and old expect from you, man?
Well, we just try to entertain the crowd with good music, and you might not know all our songs because we bring a lot of new material from a new record that's still coming out in this country. But I'm feeling good vibes, positive vibrations, funk, soul, touch of jazz, of course, and yeah, just a groove, you know.
Beautiful, man. Who are you looking forward to seeing at?
Oh, I'm very excited. Friday night, I mean, Jordan Rakei's there, Incognito. I mean, I've been listening to them, to their stuff like for years, so I got to be careful how much influence of them I put in my show this time. But no, I'm very excited. So many acts and. I mean, there's so many names, so I don't know where to start. I want to see everything. You know?
Absolutely, man. And of course, also remember to join us just after 9 o'clock for our Facebook Live crossover and broadcast where Nathan will be performing one more song for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you, band. Thank you, guys.
Oh, that was a smooth performance, man. Absolutely love it. But right now, here's your chance of a lifetime. Now, one of 2018's biggest big screen releases made its start as a revolutionary video game, and today Lara Croft returns tougher than ever for Tomb Raider. Now, helming the heroism is a new generation, exceptionally talented Academy Award winner Alicia Vikander. She is brilliant, and using her grit, her wit, and adventurous spirit, and the irrepressible will to survive, Ms. Croft must uncover the mystery of her father's disappearance. But the young Tomb Raider's origins are also intensely physically forged too. The gorgeous Oscar winner pulls no punches and put in some serious sweat, so it's action-packed, fast-paced, and guaranteed to keep you on the edge of your seat by the tips of your fingers. Now, if you also have a thirst for adventure, then we have the competition for you. Expresso, Warner Bros. Pictures, and Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Pictures is celebrating the Tomb Raider's return by giving you the opportunity to win a chance of a lifetime trip for two to Egypt worth 75,000 Rand. Now you can too explore the ancient wonders of Luxor, be awed by the grandeur of the Valley of the Kings, experience the secrets of King Tutankhamun's tomb, and also meet real-life mummies in the flesh, figuratively speaking, of course. But to be our very lucky winner, visit the Expresso Facebook page, find the competition post, and tell us about a moment in your life where you proudly rose to the occasion, overcame the odds, or achieved the unexpected, just like Lara Croft did in Tomb Raider. Now, the competition closes this Friday. You don't have much time, and T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. But let's quickly take a look at what it takes to be Lara Croft in Tomb Raider.
Lara, your father's gone. You can pick up where he left off. I'm not a freaking superhero.
Now I see the likeness. Recklessness.
What do you know about my father?
Our world is in danger.
Yes, please. Action-packed indeed. So make sure you head on over to our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3 right now. We're taking a quick break. We'll be back.
Step into the spotlight as South Africa's next TV superstar with Presenter Search on 3, proudly brought to you by McCafe.
Own the SABC3 stage and all the moments in between with McCafe as the newest host of Top Billing, Afternoon Express, or the Expresso Morning Show.
Join us in the friendly city of Port Elizabeth this Sunday, the 25th of March, at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Gates open at 8 a.m.
Visit presentersearchon3.com for more details.
With SABC3,
the stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy Thursday and welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Hope you've already made plans if you're going to be in the PE area and you dream about a career in television, that you will be at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium from 8 a.m. to register for Presenter Search on 3, which is, of course, already underway. The very first auditions are taking place in Port Elizabeth. If you're looking for more information on city and venue details for auditions, go to presentersearchon3.com. But right now, let's talk about what's happening in South Africa, the SA Eco Film Festival. We know that documentaries are a direct way to see the reality of a community or environment and get a better understanding or grasp of the issues that permeate those spheres. Now, the SA Eco Film Festival is providing a platform for those seeking to learn more about the ecological state of our world and to watch films covering a diverse range of topics such as food co-ops, renewable energy and plastic waste in our oceans. Now, Festival Director Erica Schnofield joins us this morning to share information about the festival, which is starting today. It starts off today. Thanks so much for joining us, Erica. It's wonderful to have you here. So take us to quickly 5 years back, just to give us a bit of a history of the festival. What was the idea behind it? Why did it start and what does it aim to do?
So the festival was started by an NGO called While You Were Sleeping, who concentrated on bringing important documentaries to South Africa that might not otherwise get a platform. The NGO has now closed, but the SA Eco Film Festival kind of stands alone.
Yes.
And of course, these topics are becoming kind of more and more prevalent and more important. So we bring you the films that you might not otherwise see.
Yeah. And of course, these are the films that you really want to make a real impact in the lives and the thinking of the people who attended. So tell me about the curation of the diverse films that you've got there and how it all links to #Connected.
So we put out an international call and a local call. We also have quite a good network of filmmakers. And then I'm very, very lucky that the founder still goes and scouts at festivals. So he'll come back with gems and he crafts our program for us. And then with the film topics, we look for two things. One is exactly that, connected. Does it look like the film will have some sort of story that really connects with our audience? And then also we prefer to choose films that show a course of action. So if it's doom and gloom, we kind of like, well, what can we do about it?
Yes.
And those are the kind of films we go for.
Yeah, because we do face pretty harsh realities, but it's relieving to come up with a solution at the end of the day.
Yes.
So 8 days ahead of you now, because the festival runs until the 30th of March. I'm sure you have lots on your plate and lots of programs that you want people to get involved in. Tell me about that, and also at the end of the day, what would you like people to walk away with from the festival?
Sure. So 8 days, very exciting screening that closes the festival on the 30th of March at the Victoria and Alfred Waterfront Amphitheatre, where we give sneak previews of currently in production documentaries in South Africa, so South African filmmakers. And then 2 talent campus breakfasts at the Labia this weekend. One on crowdfunding, if someone wants to fund their project, and the other with international director Mariette Faber and director of Bloodline Bruce Young, kind of sharing their experiences. What we want people to take away from the festival is to please go talk about it. So action's very personal. If you take action, fantastic. But don't talk about the festival, talk about what moves you in the film. That you see, let's share the information. That's why we're bringing you the films.
Yeah. And with today being World Water Day, are you doing anything connected to that?
To water. So we're running an incredible competition where you can win one of those little Sputniks that saves water.
Yes.
So that if you head to the website sustainable.co.za, you can learn about that. We've got some very special films from across Africa. Thank You for the Rain and The Man Who Wanted to Change the World, which is director Mariette Faber's film, where a gentleman actually tried to build a river in Kenya to change the water patterns to bring water to an area. So a very drastic and fascinating take on a water crisis. So
it does indeed sound very
unusual
fascinating
angles there.
and interesting. Erica, thank you very much for joining us. And of course, you make sure that you don't miss out on this unique educational experience to learn more about ecological matters on the continent and of course worldwide. If you're interested, then make sure to visit saecofilmfestival.com for more information and of course to purchase your tickets there.
Well, you know what, there are some scary statistics out there, and approximately 1 million dogs are euthanized each year alone in South Africa, and that's due to the overpopulation of dogs without homes or in a shelter, and I think that is quite a scary statistic.
Yeah, very, very sobering, but that's when we see the work of selfless NGOs and companies like Sidewalk Specials and of course Hills Pet Nutrition stepping in to aid under-resourced communities, not only with helping with obviously sterilization, but educating people, and communities like De Doorns and Worcester are seeing a very big shift happening, and we're going to give you a little taste of that right now.
The Dwins in Worcester in the Western Cape is a community that struggles with dire poverty. This means stray and neglected dogs are everywhere, and Sidewalk Specials is determined to turn this situation around.
The Dwins is quite a poor farming community, which is in the township. They aren't educated about pet welfare, the care of their pets. They also don't have access to a permanent vet. The township's like mass and it sprawls, and the animals just move freely, which means almost every dog we come across is pregnant. And then the puppies are born, they aren't cared for, they aren't inoculated, and then the cycle continues. The community is so open to being educated and so open to being helped. Like we will go down the street, every single house will sign their dogs up for sterilisation.
These dogs, the first one, the small one there under my feet is Noi, is the mother of these two dogs. They make me feel great because they've got love to me and I've got love to them also. Two men dogs would be very difficult for me to look after them, you see. I can keep them here, they can be sterilised so that they will live long also, I'm sure. And if they are treated, you see, out of these diseases, bacteria and a lot of these things, they'll look good.
I think things like this change the community in the respect that we're coming purely with good intentions. We're just trying to kind of communicate with them openly, and in that, like we've had people come and bring us puppies, like, listen, you can give them a better life than I can, and that's how you actually start fixing a problem like this.
For me, is it important the dog can stay at home? And I cannot walking after the lady dogs. And not important for me is for the health.
When animals breed indiscriminately, they have no value. They can be replaced every 6 months with 7, 8, 9 dogs. But if you control numbers, each dog has a value. People can afford to treat them better, and they become part of the family.
Baie geleer, soos pas jou hond op, kyk na hom. Soos jy na jou kinders kyk, soos jy lief vir hom ook. Ek behandel my hond goed. As ek my kinders behandel ek vir hom ook.
One unsterilised dog and its offspring can produce over 60,000 lives in just 6 years. This is why these mass sterilisation drives are vital to the community.
We're inoculating all the dogs that come in, we're deworming them all, we're giving tick and flea treatment, we're giving mange injections just for every single dog, because even if they haven't got mange yet, they're normally carrying. We're obviously sterilising all of the dogs, we're sending them home with Hill's food.
I am helping out in the recovery area. So once they come off the tables, we clean, disinfect the area after the nurses and the vets have done their job. Then we just monitor their heart rates, their breathing, we keep them warm. It's going to make all the difference, and it's really important for the community to learn about their animals' health, and how to keep everyone together.
I run an organisation called Halfway Haven. We are based predominantly in Worcester, and today we are here to assist with Sidewalk Specials in their mass sterilisation day. It's pretty indescribable to know that because of donors and everybody's efforts that we're going to be able to make a difference, and know that because of us, some of these guys are going to sleep a little bit better tonight, a little bit more comfortable, and definitely make a change in the population.
Critical to the success of these days are the vets who sacrifice their time to work pro bono and ensure every dog gets the best care and leaves in good health.
Rena Cotton and Vet Point's our backbone. Like, they are our vets. That's what we use for everything, and they do so much more than any vet I think would be expected to do. Today's the first day, so we have half the amount of vets. Tomorrow we've got 10, today we've got 5. So so far we've done 60 dogs. I have just sent people out to try and find more dogs. I like the number 100. I'm going to push it as far as we can, but so far we're heading for the 60 mark.
So what you do is you remove either the ovaries or the testicles. It's not a matter of just going in there and taking them out. You have to tie off blood vessels. You've got to make sure that what you take out is enough, but not too much, to prevent them breeding. So we need to pay back something, and this is our payback, is improving the quality of life of these little animals.
It's not an easy job, but the volunteers and vets are putting this community on the right path to truly enjoying the companionship and care of a pet.
Oh, they've been doing some incredible things, and what turned out to be a wish to only, hoping to wish and sterilize 200 dogs turned out to be 403 in one weekend. So well done on that.
Congratulations, but still a massive need is there, and I think with the help of these countless volunteers of incredible vets and amazing companies like Hills Pet Nutrition, Sidewalk Specials, organizations like them can continue to do this incredible work.
Now, just a few minutes ago, we sat down with the SA Eco Film Festival director, Erica Schnofield, to give us an overview of what's going on at the festival that starts off today and runs until the 30th of March. And now she's back, joined by marine scientist from the Two Oceans Aquarium, Chris Lewis. He's so good, he sounds like two people. But he's here to break down the events of a gripping and stunningly captured documentary called Chasing Coral. So, Chris, thank you very much for joining us as well. But Erica, I'll start off with you first, because it sounds like Chasing Coral is leading the way in terms of pre-bookings. People are really excited to see this and are really interested in this topic. Why is that?
Well, it is a very slick and beautiful production, but I do think it's a testament to the power of film, because not all of us get to go scuba diving. We don't get to see that incredible world. And coral is so beautiful and colourful, so when those images come back, they're entrancing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, now with the devastation, the image contrasts are so stark, it's an immediate emotional connection.
Absolutely.
And so I think that's probably why the story is doing so well and having such an impact.
And when I think about coral, I think back to all those David Attenborough films I've watched, and Blue Planet and things like that. And when you watch it, it's a beautiful thing to see, but there's little understanding, at least from my part, on how coral helps to sustain the environment and why it is so important. So, Krish, maybe you can shed some light on that.
Okay, so the reason why corals are so important is because they protect the coastline. So what they essentially do is they slow down wave action before it hits the shore, especially during surge storms and things like that. Corals also have all these little nooks and crannies where different kinds of fish can live in, so they have very high biodiversity of lots of different animals. And those animals in turn feed into feeding people and ecosystems around them. So that's why they're very, very, very important.
And of course, it's like a chain reaction. Once one part of the ecosystem is affected, you know that sooner or later another part, and it ends up being us at the end of the day who end up suffering. And
very big domino effect.
Exactly. Talk to me about bleached coral. Exactly what it is, how it occurs, and where the coral can then recover to...
Okay, from bleaching.
Yes.
So what happens during bleaching is corals are animals that stay on one spot, okay? And they live in very clean oceans where technically they can't grasp a lot of food out of the water. So what happened over time was they have now a symbiotic relationship with algae that give them about 90 to more than 90% of their food through photosynthesis. And because corals only survive in a certain range of temperatures, what happens is as soon as the temperatures goes 1 or 2 degrees out of what they can tolerate, the corals eject these symbiotic algae in their tissues and they basically start starving to death. So before, the corals are colorful, because the algae gives them the color, and afterwards they lose their color, and only the white skeleton is left because of the bleaching event happening.
You're basically looking at dead bones when it's bleached like that. So is it then
almost dead? Yeah.
It's my question. Can it then recover after that?
So it depends on the stressor. So what stressed the animal and how long the stressor endured. So let's take temperature, for example. If the water temperature increased by 1 or 2 degrees for 1 or 2 days, within a few weeks' time, and the water goes back to what it's supposed to be. Within a few weeks' time, the coral can be recolonized by the algae. That gives it food. But if the water temperature stays warm for a long period of time, essentially the coral cooks to death. So then they can't recover from that then.
There's so much that I need to understand, because you've just referred to it as an animal and not as a thing. Because when I look at it, I see a hard,
colorful rock
thing. Exactly, but it's what? It's a living organism.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so clearly there's lots for us to learn and to understand, and so much more. The call and the importance of the call for you to go and check out all the information you need to on saecofilmfestival.com. You'll find information about the festival itself. As I said, it runs until the 30th of March, and of course, get your tickets to all the various events that they will be running as well. Krish, Erica, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Coming up after the break, we're going behind the scenes of Prime Circle's concert. Of course, one of the most extraordinary bands to come out of South Africa.
Absolutely. And then sorting out with breakfast, a lekker breakfast pop. Yes,
Exactly.
Why not? We South Africans, we love our pop, man.
You know what we're also going to sort you out with when it comes to the 25th of March, this Sunday in Port Elizabeth, is McCafe Delicious Coffee, because when you head down to Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium and, of course, vie for your top spot in the presenter search competition, McCafe, our headline sponsor, is going to make sure that you are sorted out with the yummiest of coffee.
Absolutely, and we want to see you there. That's all going to go down this weekend, this Sunday, the 25th. In fact, it starts at 8 o'clock. You get there, you register, and then enjoy it, man. Stand in the queue, wait for your time. Make sure that you prepare your links as well, and then we can't wait to see you in that audition rooms. It's going to be amazing. So make sure that you are there, because this could be your future.
You could be standing here.
Right here.
Just saying.
Right here.
is live.
That's what live TV
This
will
is-
do to you. It happens to you, and then you have no choice but to carry on, baby.
And this is what you
Vavasela.
learn. This is what you learn when you vie for a spot on Expresso. It's a live show.
Good
You need to be
grief.
ready every time, anytime, anywhere.
What were you girls doing? Where were you?
I was getting my coffee.
I just went to go get my McAfee. I was like thirsty, yo. Come on. Anyways, talking about that, McAfee is the headline sponsor for Presenter Search on 3. We're kicking off the auditions on the 25th of March, this Sunday, 8 a.m., Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Don't be late. Bring your friends, bring your family. Everybody needs to audition.
That's right, and it's hosted by Pabi Malloy. She's going to be the host for Presenter Search on 3. A lot of people are asking, what must they bring along? Well, you will register at the stadium on the day, and for more information on all that you need, you can just head on over to the website. They're also on Facebook, but it's presentersearchon3.com.
Yeah, get there. Don't miss out on this opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now listen, we love seeing our local talent thrive and succeed, and Prime Circle continues to dazzle their ever-growing fan base. The band is currently touring with their new album, and between performances abroad, they wanted to give their South African fans a show to remember. Take a look.
There's no denying that Prime Circle has contributed significantly to the rock music genre in South Africa. Since their debut album back in 2002, they've become one of the most celebrated rock acts in the country. And this weekend, fans will be treated to a one-of-a-kind show to celebrate their brand new album.
Prime Circle's Head in the Clouds live show is set to be an audio and visual experience, with the band performing fan favorites and new tracks on a spectacular stage.
Why would you say this concert is so special to you guys?
I think it's when you're traveling, you're constantly on the road, you're always trying to up your game. Whenever you bring out a new album, you want to do it better, you're bigger than the last, you want to experience things more and make more of a feel, I think, get to people experiencing more. So I think when we travel like that, we come back, we want to up the game here in South Africa as much as we can for ourselves and for the industry.
And I hear there's going to be a lot of spectacle on the night. What exactly can fans expect?
Just the crew themselves are just incredible. So we're bringing a lot more sound, a lot more lighting. We're playing songs from all of the records. So it's going to be quite an experience in that sense. And just backing up on this album of If You Don't, You Never Will, it's got a beautiful theme, and the visual aspect of this show is really beautiful. We're working with Madhouse on this one, and it's just amazing to see because these visuals are incredible.
The new album, If You Don't, You Never Will, was made in just 3 months, and its title echoes the band's drive to keep growing and trying new things, just like the new show.
From now on, I'll live for yesterday, 'cause I know that I can change the world in my own way.
And why would you say people should go out and support this show?
This production, why people should support it, we're putting a lot into the production. It's something very different from a production point of view. We haven't done a lot of these things. In fact, a lot of these things haven't even been done in South Africa. So it's also new to us, as it's going to be new to the spectator watching the show. It's just the kind of thing, we're trying to just blow people's minds. We just really just give them a show that they just can't comprehend what's happening. So much is going on, throughout the show.
What would you say has kept you guys going for so long?
I think it's basically, it boils down to the songs. We believe the songs are the rock stars, not us. And we're always continually writing new songs, striving to write better songs all the time.
And the keyboards.
And the keyboards. Extra power.
Extra power.
So for you guys, not only have South African appeal, but international appeal as well. I mean, you've just come from a tour of Amsterdam and Germany. How were you guys received that side?
It was great, man. It's, you start to get some fans that are following you. Like, they take holidays, some of the people there, and they follow you around the country. Like, I think the one girl slept in her car for like 5 days, 6 days. It was incredible. So, but then you start to see all these new faces and playing venues like that. You're upping venues, so the venues are getting bigger and bigger. And it's just incredible to be there and to be experiencing a new market and seeing all these new faces.
And lastly, what can fans expect from Prime Circle in the future?
We'll keep on keeping on. I think, we love being in a band. We're all brothers, so full circle kind of thing is to play music every day. So we're going to try and do that as long as we possibly can,
After 16 years in the music industry and 7 albums later, I think it's safe to say that Prime Circle have earned their stripes as rock royalty, not only locally, but internationally as well. And we can't wait to see them reach even greater heights.
They are definitely South African rock royalty. Prime Circle indeed. Love it. Some great music on your Feel Good Breakfast show as well. Chef Tash with us in the studio. Hello, gorgeous. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. It's a Thursday. We're edging closer to the weekend, so we're all smiling,
Yes,
man.
it's a very short week, so very
That's
excited
it,
about that.
4-day work week for most people. But listen, we're sorting you out with breakfast. A breakfast pop, that's what we are making this morning. This is like the staple of South Africans. We love our pop. I grew up with it as well. Nice butter in there, some sugar as well. You know, I was a farm boy, so this is what we had.
It's actually a staple in most households,
Yes.
and most people don't know that it's very healthy. It's healthier than most cereals, because if it's hot, it's still high GI.
Yeah.
And for those people who are looking at lowering their cholesterol, as soon as you cool this pap, it becomes low GI.
Really?
So there you have it. You don't have to be spending so much money on low GI stuff like your special breads
Yeah.
and everything. This is the it.
This is the it. Let's make the it right now. Let's see how. But it's a how you make it, which is the magic.
Yes.
Okay.
So our milk is already warm.
Okay.
It's we're using a liter of half milk and half water.
Okay.
So we've used half of that, which is 500 milliliters.
Yeah.
It's warm already.
All right.
And the
all right.
the
And we're
rest
using
of
our
the
Clover Fresh full cream milk.
Yes, full
for
cream
nice
milk.
creamy.
Yes. So we are going to mix that with water.
Right.
This is our other 500 mils.
Right.
So it's really easy. If you know, this is 2 liters, so
Yeah.
half of that.
All right. Perfect.
So we mix that in quickly. Are you going to help me mix?
There we go. Of course, I'm going to help
This
you
is
mix.
500.
Brilliant. Let me just
Okay.
take this on this side.
The secret about elevating sugar in what you're cooking is salt. Whether
Okay.
you're baking or you're making anything, so you always add salt to what you're cooking. And
Yes.
today we're using this
And it
brilliant,
also
beautiful
helps
pink salt.
bring out flavor, which
Yes,
is great.
definitely. So
Let me
here we
let me
go.
mix for you.
Okay, thank you.
Go for it. Go for it.
So the mixing, the pre-mix before you mix with your hot stuff,
Yeah.
it helps that we don't have lumps in our pap.
Okay.
So if you just hoy the milli-meal in your hot
Yes.
hot
you
mixture,
run the risk of getting lumps. Yeah.
definitely.
I love it. This is I've never actually made pop like this because I'm always there with a whisk and or a wooden spoon and mixing. So look at that. It's beautifully smooth right now.
This is warm already.
All right. So
that we are going
Everything
to
in
pour
there?
everything in there.
there we go. Let's get all the
All the goodness in.
perfect. All right. What is the ratios like? This is the great ratio, and this will kind of be good for the family.
It's half and half.
Okay.
So you saw that
Yeah.
we did 500 mils there. We
Yeah.
already had our 500 mils
Okay.
inside the pot, and then you will do 500 milligrams of your
Right.
milli-meal.
Got
so
it.
it's a half and half. It's very easy.
Okay.
We are going to stir on because we don't want lumpy pap.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll tell you what, while we stir and make this perfect, the keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728. That's Clover to 33728 if you want to get your hands on the ingredients list. Very, very simple, only a few ingredients. You'll also get a link to the recipe. You can check it out on our website as well, expressoshow.com. But let's quickly take a look at those steps again.
Start your day with a warm and nourishing bowl of traditional porridge with Clover breakfast pap. For this recipe, you'll need 2 cups of Clover fresh full cream milk, salt to taste, brown sugar, Clover butter, 1 cup of maize meal, and 2 cups of water. Pour the Clover fresh full cream milk into a pot. Add the water. Stir to combine and bring to the boil. Place the maize meal in a large bowl and add Clover fresh full cream milk. Add water. Stir to combine. Add the maize mixture to the boiling pot and stir continuously over a low heat. Serve the cooked pap in bowls. Top with clover butter. Add a little salt and brown sugar to taste. Simple, South African and delicious. A great way to start the day. Made with love by Clover.
And there you have it. The keyword once again is Clover. SMS that to 33728 to get your hands on the recipe for our breakfast. Pap sorting you out. I love actually having pap over the weekends because that's obviously when I'm home, first and foremost. But making this for the family, the boys enjoy it as well. So now you just wait and you cook it for how long, Tash?
It's a very quick recipe. So you'll let it simmer for about between 5-10 minutes, and it will be good.
Okay, and obviously put the lid on as well.
Lid on, yes.
Let it steam. Perfect stuff. Thank you very much. Easy, and you enjoy it with a nice little dollop of butter.
Yes.
Hey, and your favorite, whatever you want to put on.
You can actually even put your nuts on if you are that fancy person. You can put nuts on, fruit, everything. Your kitchen is your playground, so you don't need to limit yourself.
Don't limit yourself. The kitchen is your playground. Chef Tash, thank you very much for joining us this morning. The keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
All right, so while we wait for our breakfast pop to finish up, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you on the other side.
Presenter Search on 3 is searching for South Africa's newest and hottest TV presenters and SABC3 brand ambassadors. This sensational nationwide search for new TV talent is brought to you by McCafe and presented by SAFTA-nominated Best Presenter and one of the country's most popular television icons.
Yes, it's me, Barbie Molale, your host of this year's Presenter Search on 3. I'll be shining the spotlight on the best and brightest talent in the country. We're looking for someone suave to charm us on top billing, endless energy to wake us up on the Expresso morning show, and for someone who will captivate us on Afternoon Express and other shows here on SABC3.
Auditions are taking place in Port Elizabeth on the 25th of March at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium, Cape Town on the 7th and 8th of April at the Newlands Rugby Stadium, Durban on the 14th and 15th of April at the Durban Exhibition Centre, and Johannesburg on the 20th, 21st and 22nd of April at the Wanderers Cricket Stadium. Doors open at 8 a.m. and registration opens at 9. Come prepared with a 10 to 15 second presenter link that introduces you to the judges and to the world.
The winners need to be unapologetic about who they are, proud of their African heritage, and able to represent SABC3 on any stage. Check out Presenter Search on 3.com for more details. With SABC3 and Presenter Search on 3, the stage is yours.
very good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the show. Now, natural healing might be a term that we use every day in conversation now, but it was considered rather unconventional a few decades ago. One of South Africa's leading companies in natural healthcare began when a family found itself drawn to the path where medicine and natural healing meet. Here's their story.
Over the past 30 years, SA Natural Products has transformed from a small family business based in Drummond, KwaZulu-Natal, to one of the leading distributors of natural products in South Africa. But how did it all begin?
SA Natural Products was founded 30 years ago by Oma Skutter, who was facing a health crisis after an operation and couldn't find any medical solutions until she discovered the Swiss herbal products of A. Vogel and BioStrath, and her life took a turn for the better.
What inspired the birth of SA Natural Products?
The enormous need my mom had. She was so ill, and every treatment she followed from the doctor, nothing helped her, until a day that a friend said to her, Irma, it's time for you to go and see a homeopath. And in those years, it was very frowned upon to see a homeopath, but Mom went, and she sat there with this man, and he diagnosed that Mom had a overworked, overstressed liver. And because of her liver, her body was showing her the symptoms. So he wrote a prescription out for her. Her and I went to the health shop around the corner to go and fill the prescription. And while there with Mr. Alexander, she said to him, is there anything that you can give me? I haven't slept properly for the last 3 months. And Mr. Alexander gave Mom a Vogel product called Dormisan. Mom took the remedy exactly as prescribed, 30 drops before going to bed and the 10 drops for her liver. She went to bed, and when she opened her eyes, it was morning. And she knew, now I'm on the right track to be able to heal my body. And she followed exactly what the doctor recommended. And she did that, and over a period of 6 weeks, Mom healed completely. But she saw on the label of the A. Vogel Dormisan this address in Johannesburg. So she got in a car and drove all the way to Joburg and went and knocked on the door of this company in Wynberg. Tino van Nieuwburg opens the door and he said to her, can I help you? And she says, yes, your product changed my life. We had a piece of land 4 properties away from us. And Mom and Dad decided to sell this piece of land, and they took that money and they started a health shop in Hillcrest. So something that started in our kitchen today employs more than 100 people.
After listening to this incredible story, and for 30 years this amazing company has been going, what would you say are the benefits of using natural products?
You know, health is like an orange with so many different segments. There is a place for you to see a surgeon. There's a place to see an oncologist. So what does nature have to do for you? It's there to support you in regaining your health. Remember, natural medicine doesn't treat. Natural medicine supports health. Your body does the healing. All you've got to do is give it the tools it needs to do it with. So in SA Natural Products, we believe in the integrative model. There is a place for all therapies.
And all of this is thanks to Dr. Alfred Vogel. And I believe you were lucky enough to meet the man himself.
Yes, I did. It was in 1991 in September. We had now just been the agents of the Vogel brand for Natal only for two and a half years. And we did such a big job of it and got it so well known in this province that we were invited to come and see where it came from. So we took the last few little bit of rands that we could and we went across to the Vogel company. So Vogel loved our country. When he heard South Africans were there, he said, come to my home. So we arrive at his home, walk up the stairs, knock on the door, and he opens the door. Mom and him, Dr. Vogel, started having a conversation, and she asked him a question. She said to him, Dr. Vogel, what do you regard as the greatest achievement of your life? And he looked at her and he said, that I could teach a few people that nature is good.
Today, the company distributes a number of high-quality international brands, including the A. Vogel range and BioStrath, both from Switzerland, Threshold Real MSM from the USA, and Australia's Thursday Plantation tea tree oil.
Esty, could you take me through some of the products that you offer and some of their benefits?
In my home, BioStrath is what I start my day with. Multiforce is what I go to bed with. BioStrath gives me all the energy my body needs, feeds my body with the nutrients it needs. It is your daily nutritional supplement for every single person, from a pregnant woman right through to people in their golden years. And then Multiforce from Dr. Vogel is just the product that the whole world needs to know about. You know, our stressful lifestyles and what we're eating and drinking and not eating and drinking causes the body to become so acidic. You take Multiforce, you support the body to correct its own pH balance values. Echinophore's is another product from Fogel that I take every single day because it works in my immune system. So I'm so grateful for these products and what they do.
I'm sure over the years you have heard some incredible stories from customers that have bought your products.
And the latest one that I heard last week, Gran, she has such a toxic liver. Her liver count was something, no, her liver percentage that was functioning was 26%. And the doctor said he's never seen such a toxic liver in his life. This Gran went and started taking Fogel's Boulder Sonara liver drops. She took it for 2 months. She went to a cardiologist for a follow-up. The cardiologist said, let's just do a test to see what's going on with the liver as well. Did the liver test. Her liver function increased from 26% to 59% in a matter of 2 months with Boulder Sonara. There are so many people that have never heard of it. So our job is not done until every heart knows and every ear has heard that these products exist.
We all deserve good health, and nature can assist us on a journey of well-being. Thanks to SA Natural products, it's easy to access and enjoy the benefits of living naturally. SA Natural Products is proud to bring South Africans some of the world's most trusted natural healthcare brands.
Right now, returning to the kitchen with the lovely Angie. She's here. She's got something amazing and delicious, something that I need to start my day with after my pub, of course, you know, that I've had for breakfast.
That's for lunch.
Herb focaccia bread.
Yeah.
This looks amazing. So you brought in some that you have made.
Yes.
And now we want to see how you've made it.
Yeah.
Because this is a favorite.
It is. It's actually really easy. It's just a bit of a process. So with any bread, it's a process.
Okay,
so
but you're not scaring us.
No. It's actually
good.
really straightforward and easy. It's just you've got to give it some time.
Okay.
But that's the whole thing. Just enjoy the moment. Because it takes a while to do.
Do it this weekend.
So what I do is I normally I make bread every weekend.
Oh, do you?
And
okay.
I'll wake up and I'll get my dough going and then just leave it to one side while I do other stuff.
Yeah.
And then when it's time to shape it, then we're ready to go.
Do you take orders?
I don't. But you live quite close. You can just pop in.
Exactly. I'll just pop in for some bread on Saturday, okay?
Okay, so we've got white bread flour. You must use the strong flour, white bread flour.
Okay.
And then we've got quite a bit of salt. I'm just guessing, but I sort of know the guess.
But we trust your guesses, Angie.
Right, so the salt is very important. It's not just for flavour.
Okay.
It is actually to help with the gluten development. So without the salt, you're going to have bread that tastes like cardboard, but also doesn't have the right texture.
I actually came across an article that spoke about because it's obviously Salt Awareness Week just wrapped up now, and we must be careful for not too much salt usage. But on the other end, people forget that there's benefits to salt.
There's benefits to salt, and also it's all about the quality of the salt that you use. So it's not just your sodium salt, and it's not processed food. This is made from scratch.
That's it.
So that's the difference, right? We've got some olive oil, just a little bit in the middle, and then this takes quite a large amount of water for focaccia. It's a bit different from another bread dough.
Okay.
And we use cool water because we actually want to take it, let it prove for quite a long time. So if it's cool water, it takes long to prove because it's slow.
That's it.
And then it sort of gives you a different texture, gives you bigger bubbles.
And look at that. The keyword is bread. SMS that to 33728 if you're going to get your hands on the recipe and try out some baking this weekend. That's bread to 33728.
Okay, so as you're making it, you're going to go, that looks very wet and sticky.
Okay.
It is correct for focaccia. It's not like a sourdough or another type of bread. It's very squishy. So what I do is I tend not to knead it because it's quite difficult to knead this on the surface. So I'll sort of use my hand almost as...
Yes.
You know, like the machine tool? So
instead
of that thing doing the job, your hand is doing the job.
Look at that. You can see you've done this a couple of times.
I do it every week. Just for ourselves.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll go, you'll do that for about 10 minutes. I know it sounds like a long time, but that's my weekly workout.
Put your favourite song on, you know.
Exactly. And enjoy it. Enjoy it. Right, so once it'll actually feel elastic, smooth, silky almost.
Okay.
Then you know it's done. Then you put a tea towel over it and leave it to one side for about 3 hours, actually.
Really? 3 hours?
So go shopping,
this
go
is
do
what
what
happens
you need
then.
to do. Yeah. So once it's proved, you get this beautiful, puffy texture. Okay. And it is still quite a soft dough. So what I'm going to do is put a lot of flour out.
Okay.
And then just pull it out.
All right, and there we go. Right, Angie, so
sorry, you can't help me today because there's not
unfortunately
much to
not.
do.
I don't know what to do. I'm kind of
and
helpless
also it's
here,
a messy business, this.
Yeah. So now it's just about getting it out there.
So now you're just going to sort of play with it.
Okay. Look at how that comes together.
Right. So you can do 2 loaves if you want. So I just normally cut it in half.
Okay.
And then I make 2 slightly smaller loaves rather.
Right.
Just pat it out. My hand's very dirty. And then you can pat and stretch and until you get the shape that you want. So you can do round.
Yeah.
I like just let it go whatever shape it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're doing it for yourself.
Okay. If you want to quickly get to the filling part.
Yeah. So if you're going to fill it, what you're going to do to make the filled one, so you can do the flat one, focaccia, or the filled one is a stromboli.
Okay. So you've got a filled one in there.
Yeah. Then you're just going to put whatever you want over the top. I've got some.
But of course, olive, sun-dried tomato, and some feta cheese. That works perfectly.
I would chop this up a little bit finer, just so you don't get great bumps. And then you're going to fold it almost like a Swiss roll.
And that goes into the oven.
And then this proves again.
Oh, it proves again.
All right. So you leave it like that.
For how long?
About an hour.
Okay.
Okay. Proves again. I actually take a fork and just sort of poke holes into it, just so it helps with the proving, so the air can flow through.
Okay.
And then just before you pop it in the oven, so it's going to be double the size. You know it's done when it's double what it started off being.
Okay.
Extra salt over the top, a little extra olive oil, and then into the oven.
That's it. Do you put any other like herbs, your rosemary, and then, you've got here as well?
You can put sort of halfway through the baking time, once it started to finish rising. Take it out and then pop your other stuff over, just so it doesn't burn. Because the oven temperature is quite high when you make a bread.
And then it comes out looking like this.
Comes out looking like that.
That wasn't so bad at all. The keyword is bread. SMS at 233728. Angie, thank you very, very much. Feel free to finish that one off. I'll gladly take it home with me, all right? The keyword is bread to 233728, and you can enjoy this absolute Italian classic, Focaccia bread. We're going to be taking a quick break. Thank you very much, Angie. We'll see you just now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, did you know that in South Africa, a woman is physically abused every 4 minutes? And of course, every 3 days, or every day, 3 women are killed by an intimate partner. And that is why in Johannesburg, they're launching a very amazing campaign, and one that is desperately needed. It's called Daily Abuse Campaign, which launches today. And it's by Power, a non-governmental organization that aims to promote and protect the rights of women.
Now, the Daily Abuse Campaign will be highlighting the horrific nature of the continuous abuse of women by bringing these women's stories and encounters to the forefront in the form of short journals to be sold to the public. And along with the launch of these journals, the organization will also be hosting a peaceful march today at the main intersection point of Grayson and Rivonia Road. Now, this is a platform where we encourage all women to the forefront to share their stories of abuse and encourage, the courage to stand up together. And this is a cause deserving of everyone's support in the country.
All right, guys, it's time for us to say a quick goodbye. Thanks for joining us. Check out our Facebook page for all the happenings afterwards as well. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
We love you too much. Never forget it.
Bye.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.